join at any moment. And welcome back. Game 3, the deciding game here in this quarterfinal matchup here in the Commonwealth League. Monster Mash and Nocturnal Dragons. One of these teams will move on to the semifinals as we have ourselves a 1-1 series tie. Connor Harbit with you, doing the play-by-play. That's my full name. Actually, LaRue is my name. Man, I've been doing football games so much, and I'm used to saying my full name. Delete the VOD.
Yes.
Delete the VOD, please, Blitz. But either way, it is LaRue on the play-by-play. On the color commentary, it is Jinja Ninja. I do not know his full name, so he gets the benefit of the doubt there. But we are into Game 3. One of these teams will move on to the semifinals. Jinja, give me some thoughts.
We were talking about it during draft, but there's a lot of tanks on Monster Mash's side. They have a Rammus jungle, Leona support, Maokai probably top. I don't know. There's lots of flexing or lane swaps going on in these past couple games, but those are 3 dedicated tanks. Those are 3 people that are not going to do anything but get dummy thick. And a Vayne would have been really good on Nocturnal Dragon side since Kaiser was banned. They needed that kind of percentage max health damage, and we were talking about Vayne because I think Zach and Nautilus can provide a lot of protection for him, and then they picked Ezreal. I don't like it. I think it's going to work out because we say we don't like it, but he can definitely put out a lot of damage, especially Last Whisper builds really well as a third or fourth item, along with the Blade of the Rune King fits well into his build, but I don't think it's the best one that they could have picked. Definitely a champion that can stay safe. That's probably why they picked it. It's the E safety, can dodge Leona ult or Rammus engage, try to keep himself alive. And then on the other side of their picks, they have a Pantheon and a Wukong. So they're lacking in AP damage anywhere on the team. They have Pantheon mid, looking to be lining up against the Maokai, and then Wukong against Aatrox. So they have no AP damage on either side, really. You know, tanks aren't really counting. So it's a lot of physical damage, and both sides have dedicated tanks. So I don't know how this is going to break out. This is, you know, the picks aren't insanely, like, new. Jerry the Bear finally got his one-trick Wukong, but I think that's going to come down to a lot of player skill, which is good for, you know, our final match. Team comp-wise, it's going to come out to how well you can play around. Monster Mash has, you know, all their engage tools, so how well can the carries on Nocturnal Dragon side play around that, and can Pantheon and Wukong stay ahead of the curve enough to deal damage against all the tanks on Monster Mash's side?
Yeah, so do you see the comps? Aatrox, Rammus, Maokai, Tristana, and Leona. And for Nocturnal Dragons, you have Wukong, you have Zac, you have Pantheon, you have Ezreal, and you have Nautilus. So, kind of just talked through the entire pick band. So, you have any extra thoughts, or are we just gonna have a very boring 3 minutes here? I mean, we can just stall. We can talk about the fact that semifinals are next week. We have a quarterfinals matchup tomorrow. You know what? I'll let you rest a little bit. I'll talk about that. So, of course, tomorrow we do have our second quarterfinals matchup of the week. The only other quarterfinals matchup. It is a 16 league, so 2 quarterfinals, 2 semifinals, 1 finals. But it is going to be RAR taking on Lionheart Esports tomorrow. Of course, the storyline there, Lionheart Esports, no victories throughout the entire regular season, but they do get a spot in the playoffs because everybody does, in fact, make playoffs. So it's going to be interesting. They are going to be taking on a very good RAR team, a RAR team that at times has looked very, very good, a RAR team that has sometimes not showed up. It's going to be really interesting to see who comes out with the victory in that one, especially because, you don't know what roster Lionheart might field tomorrow. They have been a team that has certainly tried to shuffle the roster around a lot in pursuit of that first victory. But the lowest seed, we do know, will take on the number 1 seed next week in semifinals. They will be taking on SPK Reapers. Maybe a little bit of a quiet first siege for SPK Reapers. You know, we talked a whole lot about mediocre at best throughout the year. We talked a lot about RAR throughout the year. That's kind of been the major two teams that have really kind of dominated the headlines and all that. But yeah, SBK Reapers, they are the 1 seed, and they will be playing the lower seed, whether that be Nocturnal Dragons or whether that be Monster Mash or whether that be Lionheart Esports. But the higher seed will actually move on to face Mediocre at Best, who did end up actually getting that 2 seed. It'll either be, if RAR wins tomorrow, it'll guaranteed be RAR. But if Lionheart Esports does win, it'll be one of these 2 teams here tonight. So we'll find out, but still waiting for that 1 minute left on the spectator delay. Don't forget, also at the end of the year, actually, best of 3 here, best of 3 tomorrow, best of 3 in the semifinals between the Mediocre Best and SBK Reapers, whoever they may have to play. And then the finals, like I said in the earlier games, we're going to go all out. It's going to be best of 5. We're going to start earlier. We're going to have a 3-man booth. Looks like I'll probably do the play-by-play, and I'll have 2 color commentators alongside me. And then, of course, after the finals, as is tradition, as we did in Season 1, we're going to have ourselves an all-star game. And while the plans are not finalized just yet, just know I am a defending CWE all-star. So I did make an appearance in the all-star game last year. So let's see if I can warm my way in once again. I didn't do too hot in the all-star game, but, I did have the role for quite a while. So it was something to wear as a badge of pride for myself as I was able to sneak into that game. But all that being said, spectator delay finally over. Yeah, I talked long enough. But either way, spectator delay is finally over. We will go ahead and get into the loading screen. You do see the comps one more time. It is going to be Wukong, Zach, Pantheon, Ezreal, and Nautilus for the side of Nocturnal Dragons. And Monster Mash, they're going to put their quarterfinal hopes in the hands of Aatrox, Rammus, Maokai, Dragon Trainer Tristana, and Leona. Once again, LaRue on the play-by-play. Jinja Ninja doing the color commentary. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your Saturday night with us. I know several of us do have social lives that we completely forsake for the purpose of this amateur esports organization. So we do get on to Summoner's Rift. One of these teams, they're going to be moving on. It's going to be exciting. I don't know about you, Jinja, but I'm excited. I hope the chat's excited. We got 19 viewers. Very quiet chat tonight, but I'm sure they are excited to see who will be moving on as well. So we are on the Rift. We'll see what these 2 teams have planned this time. Of course, Nocturnal Dragons, they have put something special together both Game 1 and Game 2, and it looks like they're going to do much of the same here. They're once again walking as a group of 5 over towards that tri-brush.
Yeah, lots of pings on the tri-brush. Standard 5 looking out from the side of Monster Mash. We'll see if Tristana can spot out this and not die
Tristana
for
is
it.
going to spot it, but Wolfie, she does have the hook. No, the Wolf isn't going to connect. You've probably had the kill if it connects, but it is going to be spotted out. Good speed. He's just going to go ahead and land that Q. He just wants the extra damage, padding that damage chart. He'll land it, and they'll go ahead and just walk away.
Yep. Nothing came out of it, but aside from that level 1, it's looking to be an explosive early game. Both top laners have Ignite. We have Electrocute on Wukong, so we'll see if he can get some good trades in with that and try to get a solo kill. And then Pantheon, as we know, is a champion that falls off towards the later side, but has a lot of power early game. Facing off against a Maokai is not necessarily like your favorite matchup because he's just a tank, just a meat stick, but Pantheon has a lot of damage early, so he can look for some early kills, and then the first Drake is going to be an Infernal Drake, so there should be pressure towards the mid and bot side, especially because the lack of teleports, to try to gain control down there and get the early Infernal Drake, get some damage going by both sides.
Yeah, so you do see here once again, it is going to be a lane swap. It's going to be Psycho Ghost and Snow Too Funky in the mid lane. Panzor the Great, he's going to head up to the top side if we can get that changed on the stream real quick. I know we've had lane swaps in every single game. There's no rule about it, so fair play to both these teams. You do see the Wolfie going to land her first hook in lane, going down onto Sume, doing a little bit of damage. Leona takes a little bit of time to get to that point where she's tanky enough to survive a whole lot of damage, but she does take about 50% of her health there, and you do see mid lane. Going to be a lot of trading, a lot of man mode trades, a lot of man champions in this game. No pussy mages language. Only men
That's
champions.
One now. I think that's our third one now. Yeah. I think that's our fourth strike. I think I actually cursed her in game too, but
I think that's our 4th strike. I think I actually cursed her in game too, but. I think that's our 4th strike. I think I actually cursed her in game too, but. I think that's our 4th strike. I think I actually cursed her in game too, but. I think that's our 4th strike. I think I actually cursed her in game too, but. Now we really delete the VOD blitz back in the studio. But
Well, either way, making a fool of me on my predictions, but I think the top lane is now going to be significantly more Resident Sleeper. But smart lane swap for Mom, in my opinion. I think Aatrox is a champion that can fend off a Pantheon, can go toe-to-toe, potentially winning, depending on how well he can place those Qs. So I think that's a smart lane swap for them to help them succeed in this early game. Yep, like that. Using that second part of that Q to interrupt the Pantheon W, you know, dodge the stun, dodge the damage, and come out ahead on the trades.
so, of course, you do see here melee matchup in the mid lane. And it's actually going to be Zac going in for the first gank. That's the good CC chain right there. It's going to be Ignite drop down onto Aatrox. That's going to be first blood for Psycho Ghost. Nice CC chain there. You stun him first. That allows Quetzalcoatl to line up the Elastic Slingshot, and you do get the kill for it. So well done from Nocturnal Dragons to take that first kill.
Very clean. No hesitation from either Quetzalcoatl or Psycho Ghost. So good coordination on their part. The Zac level 3 gank is not really as great as it usually is. You know, junglers generally, like, level 3 is they have all their abilities unlocked, they can go look for something, but level 4 is usually the power spike for Zac. But point and click Pantheon stun, holding him in right in the middle of the lane, letting Zac come in just close enough to land the Q, chain enough CC, put down the Ignite, good first kill, very clean.
Yeah, enough CC to prevent Snow Too Funky actually from flashing away from that one. So Snow does have both his summoners. Psycho Ghost, you do see he did have to burn the Ignite. Maybe didn't need to burn it. Maybe a little bit of overkill on that one, but it did at least secure the kill here. Looks like we're going to have some fighting over the Scuttle Crab, though. Another 2v2 coming up. Snow Too Funky, he is going to be there. Wolfie is there as well, but here comes Sume. He's going to jump in. They know the Nautilus is not there. Whippy, he's going to go ahead and rocket jump in. He's going all in on this one. He's going to pick up the kill, and Tristana is going to be on the run. She's going to go towards that jungle. Wolfie is going to be there for the hook. I think she's going to go down, but actually she's going to rocket jump over the wall. The Pantheon is there, though. Good movement, but Quetzalcoatl, he is going to go down, and can they pop the passive and go ahead and claim the kill
teleport
onto the Zac? Psycho Ghost and Wolfie, they are both there. No TPs down just yet. Now we're going to have ourselves a 3v2 as Quetzalcoatl, he is able to use the passive to its full effect. They're going to claim the kill onto Grand Paradox. Snow Too Funky putting down a lot of damage. Sume is there on the backside. That's going to be a Nautilus going down next. And now Psycho Ghost, he's going to be on the run. Does have the Ezreal coming up next. He's going to get to the back end of this fight. Aatrox, you see, he is still on the chase for Zac. It looks like Leona, she has nowhere to go. She is going to try to get out, but to no avail. And now Aatrox, he's going to be deep in enemy lines. Can you get to him before the recall finishes? No, you can't. That fight will end here. It's ultimately a 3-for-2 for Nocturnal Dragons.
Yeah, that was pretty chaotic. 4 kills on the Pantheon. He's backing with 1,300 gold right now, so he's probably going to complete the Phage, and that puts him almost at a completed Black Cleaver at 5.5 minutes in the game. Pantheon is very strong right now, so we'll see if Second Ghost can take that gold lead, dominate the mid lane, you know, put it towards that Infernal Drake, and try to snowball the game from here.
You see here, Nautilus not spending a whole lot of time in lane, and so once again, the Whippy is going to jump onto good speed, does have that bomb planted. That's going to take Ezreal down to about 50% health. One last Q on the way out kind of evens out the trade. The Whippy is going to win the trade, but not by much. So Wolfie, just spending not a whole lot of time in lane here. You see, she's still level 3. In fact, just hanging out with the jungler at the moment, but it looks like you're going to gank from the corner there. No, and now he's going to wind up the recall. Now he decides to cancel it. We'll see. As you do see, the wave is pushing in for Nocturnal Dragons, or actually towards Nocturnal Dragons, so maybe you get something there. No, it looks like he's going to go ahead and just back off for now.
Proven me wrong. Caulfield's Warhammer and Boots for Pantheon. God, they just love proving me wrong today, but Pantheon reaching towards that level 6 mark, they might look towards spending that ultimate bot. We see Quetzalcoatl clearing out vision down bot side, spending his time there. Like I said, lots of pressure around this Infernal Drake. It's definitely a priority for both teams. We'll see who can come out ahead as they look to take it in the top side.
Jared the Bear and Panzor the Great, they're going to both drop the ultimate. There's the root down on the Wukong. He's going to be rooted for so long. The taunt is not going to connect on the Jared the Bear. He's going to dash out, but there is the root. Panzor, he's taking some tower shots. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Maybe not worth there for a monster match, but you do at least pick up the kill on the Wukong to salvage something there. Now we got some fighting in the mid lane. Psycho Ghost, he's not level 6 just yet. He is at a level disadvantage now. That ultimate is not really going to help. in a 1v1 situation. It's more or less just a roaming tool, but the level advantage still, you don't have as much stats. As you see, the first dragon actually going to go down. That's an Infernal Drake for Nocturnal Dragons.
Yeah, 1-for-1 plus a turret plating is definitely not worth an Infernal Drake. That's 10% extra damage for the entire side of Nocturnal Dragons, and they need it. They definitely need as much damage as they can, so they're all physical damage facing down 3 tanks. So I think definitely an advantage towards the side of Nocturnal Dragons, even though they lost a kill.
So you see here, Sume and the Whippy, they're waiting in the bush, maybe waiting for the wave to push in before they make themselves known. So they will. Good speed. You do see he's going to back off. That's going to leave Wolfie alone in lane. I think she's just there to soak up some XP for a second here. As you know, she is a little bit behind, only level 4. You do see Sume level 5, Whippy level 6. Just going to try to hold the wave. Actually, good speed. I don't think he ever... Oh, no, he did. He TP'd back the lane. He does have TP. I just noticed that. So he'll be able to get back quickly. There's the hook coming down onto the Whippy. Whippy going to go ahead and rocket jump out. The Pantheon is there. That's going to be Sume caught out with not a whole lot of room to run. Does not have the flash at all, but they do have the Vanguard on the way. Leona is going to burn down to the Ignite, though, but can they find anything on the back end of the fight? The bomb is going to do quite a bit of damage to Pantheon. That's the Whippy rocket jumping in to bring quite a bit of damage. The ultimate gets to kill the kill. It's a right 4-for-1 as the 3 members of Monster Match, they pick up the kills they need. It's a double kill for Whippy. 3, 1, and 1.
Wow, a bunch of money in the hands of Whippy. 700 shutdown on Psycho Ghost. A lot of the pressure, a lot of the damage that the Nocturnal Dragons were throwing out was straight onto Grand Paradox. And that Rammus W is so much early resistance. Got Bomby Cinders with a little bit of extra HP. And he just would not fall for most of that fight. Very well played by Monster Match. Nocturnal Dragons went for that Pantheon's level 6, throw everything down bot lane, get 2 kills. And Monster Mash saw that it was happening and sent Grand Paradox and Snow Funky to respond, so they were close enough that they could continue the fight once it broke out.
So you do see here, it's a 2K goal lead now for Monster Mash at the 10-minute mark here. That fight, big for getting themselves back into that favorable position here. 7 kills to 6. Quetzalcoatl, he's going to come in. He's going to land some CC down onto the Maokai. Wukong going to follow up with some CC of his own. Kim Penzor, the Great, head towards those saplings of his. He does so, but he is going to go ahead and go down. But on the other side, in the river, you do see it is actually Psycho Ghost going down for the second time in this one. Was once 4-0, now 5-2, and you see Nocturnal Dragons, they're going to have to try to run away, but the stun coming down from Leona, she has got a lot of CC, and so do the other members of this Vanguard. Ezreal ultimate is not going to be enough. Wolfie is going to go down. Now Goodspeed, he's going to have to try to run away. And look at the CC that's able to come down from the Aatrox. Goodspeed, he's going to flash away. He stays alive, but it's a 2-for-1 across the map for Monster Match.
Yeah, continuing the pressure, I guess. I don't know how to explain that, what happened there. Lots of stuff on but my game froze, so I honestly didn't see anything. So if you could provide color commentary for those last fights, I'd appreciate it.
I'm gold for. I don't know. I don't know what happens to gold sometimes, so I'm not gonna do it. But I can tell you that maybe because if Wolfie lands that hook in the river, she dies anyway. It was just a mistake to follow anyway. Psycho was getting caught out by the roams, and just a desperate need to help from Wolfie and Goodspeed kind of ends up working against them there. You're not very strong. You're an 0-5 bot lane, and just ultimately not able to do enough there. No, Wolfie goes down for it, but once again, you do see a gank up on the top side, just trying to get Jared the Bear fed at this point as Panzora, actually Psycho Ghost, excuse me, he's also up on the way, so they're going to land a bunch of CC, a big Q there as Rammus makes his appearance down. Can he find anything? He's going to take quite a bit of damage. I don't know if he has the damage to do anything here. He's going to go down. That's a double kill for Psycho Ghost, but Snow Too Funky, he's finally here. He's going to pop the ultimate, does get 1 kill at the end of the fight. The controversial 1-at-a-time strat, but it ultimately doesn't go so wrong, as Monster Match does find 1 kill. As you do see here, the Whippy continuing to work on that bottom lane tower.
Snow Too Funky coming up a little late on the follow. Pop Flash and Ultimate just to get the 2-for-1. Interesting choice by Grand Paradox to come in after Penzor the Great was dead, but saw the low. Jerry the Bear thought he could get the kill. Rammus damage is something to be, not something to be ignored, but isn't something that's a 3v1 kind of champion.
Ooh, we got ourselves another fight here as Quetzalcoatl, he's going to go over the wall. He's going to be left alone with the Aatrox now. Does Psycho Ghost have a way into the fight? He does have the ultimate. He is going to use it to try to get over, but Panzor the Great is there. He's going to go ahead and pop the ultimate. This has turned into a 2v2. Wukong's not going to be able to get there in time. Snow Too Funky, he is dominating. Make that a 6-1 Aatrox. And they are just continuing to exert their will as now it looks like we're going to see some action on the bot side. No, we're not. Sume just giving up a warning shot. Saying,
But that
you know
probably
what?
means Ocean Drake for them since they pushed the enemy bot lane in and they can see that Zac is on the top side. So they'll get a nice Ocean Drake for them, might help them out in terms of the laning phase, which they're already winning, but definitely don't want to, you know, not take resources that you can grab.
So the Ocean Drake down for Monster Mash here. Now the Whippy, he's going to go in. He pops the ultimate onto Goodspeed, pushing back a little bit, but he's taking a bit of damage. There's the Ignite. Drop down. The heal from Goodspeed is going to keep him alive. Whippy, he's going to go down. The shutdown for Wolfie. The gold is going to be in the hands of Nautilus. There's the hook coming down onto Leona. Goodspeed and Wolfie. This might be the fight they need to get back into things. Of course, you're fighting up on the top side as well. Here comes Grand Paradox. He is trying to find Goodspeed. This might not be a good situation anymore for Nocturnal Dragons. Make that a double kill for Grand Paradox. He comes around and turns it around. As just a lot of chaos here. Very, very distinct from last game. 14 kills. Here at 24 kills, excuse me, at 14 minutes. Two kills a minute. Or a little bit less.
And going on right now. You have Quetzalcoatl going in just to defend the turret. He's going to get much out of it.
And it does proc the Aftershock here, but once again, some fighting in the mid lane here as Snow Too Funky, he's just exerting some pressure. Though his mid laner is quite fed. As you see, it is going to be a lethality Pantheon. He did complete his Ghost Blade. Does have the Kindle Gem, so he is going to eventually complete that Black Cleaver. But for now, does have that lethality item to get his spear a little bit more oomph, along with his other abilities, his auto attacks, and what else. But, yeah.
Interesting choice of lethality against the triple tank comp, but we'll see how that works. You know, you don't want the Pantheon damage on the tanks, so it might be a moot point whether or not he builds lethality. If he can kill Tristana, it doesn't really matter what he has built as long as it works on killing Tristana. See how that works out for him in the upcoming future. We have Ezreal on the Manamune and Sheen. We saw the Whippy go in pretty aggressively in the last fight. You know, he has the IE, feeling very strong on this Tristana. Maybe just a little bit too far for him. Ooh, a flash engaged by Sume.
Sume, he's going in deep. He's going to find the CC, and that may actually be a dead Ezreal. Can the Whippy follow up? He's going to just hope the bomb kills him, and yes, it will. So the Whippy picking up the kill. Sume just flashing in, knew he had the Tristana on the backside. He's going to go ahead and help his ADC pick up another kill. That is 4 now for the Whippy. Now we got some fighting here. Wolfie just going to go ahead and flash over the wall to stay alive, but another kill in the pocket of Monster Mash. 24 kills in 15 and a half minutes. Mind you, last game, I believe at 15 minutes, we had maybe about 2 or 3 kills. This game, no, with a lot of man mode champions, you gotta go man mode.
By both sides. They're not afraid to fight in this game.
Yeah, for sure. You do see the first tower is going to go down for the side of Blue Monster Mash here. The Ignite is going to be dropped down by Psycho Ghost, actually takes the Pantheon, the Aatrox, excuse me, a little bit low. But it's not going to be enough. Snow Too Funky, he's going to walk away. But Quetzalcoatl, Psycho Ghost, they do defend that mid lane tower for the time being. As you see here, Psycho Ghost, he's just not able to do a whole lot of damage to this Rammus. This Rammus very, very strong already. You see the Cinder Hulk and the Glacial Shroud doing quite a bit of armor and a lot of damage reduction. You see Pantheon, he's not going to be long for this world. The Whippy and Grand Paradox, they're actually not Grand Paradox, but Sume, they're going to show up, pick up another kill. This bot lane just exerting all kinds of pressure, all kinds of flexing across the map right now as the Whippy pretty much playing balls out. Balls out. I think that's not the phrase, but either way, playing balls out. I think I meant to stop it there, but he's playing very, very aggressive here in game number 3.
Yeah, they have a 2-item Tristana now. Looks like Panzer the Great is in a 2v1 situation.
Yeah, he's in a sticky situation here. Does have a little bit of tankiness, but he is going to go down to Jared the Bear. Jared the Bear 3-2-2 on that Wukong. Of course, that is his favorite champion. Didn't talk a whole lot about it. So he's going to go in. Does claim the kill. He is godlike. 7-1. Can good speed stay alive? Is Funky. He's going to look for the dive on this one. There's the flash from Ezreal. A nice outplay underneath the tower. That's going to be the shutdown. A big shutdown for the Ezreal, who needs anything to get back into this game. That's going to be an extra 600 gold. Nice outplay with the flash to get away from the last part of that Aatrox queue.
They're pretty wild to consider, but Ezreal was about 2,500 gold behind the Tristana before that last kill. Looks like Ezreal is building either a Lich Bane or a Morella Nomicon with his next purchase, so it's going to be a mixed damage Ezreal, try to balance out, give him some AP damage, which might not be expected from the side of Monster Mash, since their tanks are building, a lot of armor against the triple AD comp.
Grand Paradox, he's going to go in on the Psycho Ghost. The shield is going to keep him completely healthy. They're going to go ahead and turn this around. Grand Paradox, he's taking some tower shots. The Ignite is going to be dropped down once again from Wolfie this time, but Grand Paradox, he's pretty big. He's pretty tanky. He's just going to be able to walk out. But you see some members of Nocturnal Dragons, they're on the Vanguard. They're going to come up and they're going to make sure that Whippy doesn't complete that recall, but he does rocket jump to safety. I was going to say, though, the Lost Chapter, the Sheen, and the Blasting Wand. Does Lost Chapter build into Lich Bane? I don't think it does.
It does not. The Lich Bane would be the Sheen and the Blasting Wand. The Lost Chapter is most likely going as a Morella Nomicon. But not a oh, sorry, no.
No, it doesn't go. That doesn't build. It's a Ludens, maybe. It's a tier item. But you already have your tier item. I don't know. But either way, we do have a dragon fight here. The dragon did go down to Nocturnal Dragons, but who is going to win the fight? Who's going to be the first to fall here? It's going to be Wolfie as Snowty Funky picks up another kill. Quetzalcoatl, he's going to flash over the wall. There's going to be a flash from Grand Paradox. Snowty Funky, he's just going to dash over the wall as they continue to chase the Zac. I don't know if he has his passive or not. We do have some fighting over in the other side of the jungle as the Whippy. He's going to claim the kill on the Psycho Ghost good speed. He's going to try to do anything. The ultimate is there. He is going to pick up the kill before he goes down to Panzora the Great. And it does look like Zac is actually going to pick up a double kill underneath the tier 2 tower. Okay. Was the passive there? I was watching the...
Yeah, the passive was there. All the blobs that were out hitting 2 champions. Lots of blobs. Oh, they're going to die anyway.
He goes anyway. The Whippy is going to claim the kill there. And ultimately, when everything is said and done, 3 for 3. And yet another bloody fight before 20 minutes.
So 3 for 3 sounds really good, but the money went to the side of Quetzalcoatl. I think they break out even since they got a Drake. Money went towards Good Speed, and then Jerry the Bear got the turret top lane, so I think they break out decently even on the play. They're still behind 3k gold, so they're definitely still on the back foot. Aatrox and Tristana are very strong champions right now. So I think Nocturnal Dragons is definitely still on the back foot, and we'll see how they can regain a footing in this game. Try to get some picks, try to go for some macro plays. We'll see what they want to do.
Yeah, so 20.5 minutes, 2.6k gold lead for Monster Mash. They are still in the driver's seat. You do see here they do have a 7-2-2 Tristana. She's only going to get stronger as the game goes on. You have your 8-3-3 Aatrox, who is proven to be not afraid of getting in there, as he's doing right now, trying to put some damage down onto Psycho Ghost. He is going to be there. The taunt is there, but the rest of Nocturnal Dragons are there as well. First kill is going to be Psycho Ghost. He's going to go down. Tristana is in a good spot in the fight, going to blast away the Wukong, but the bomb is not going to be enough to claim the kill. Can the Whippy find enough with the auto attacks? Panzora the Great, he's going to be on the flank. Can he find the Nautilus? He is going to find the route onto the Nautilus. There is the Maokai. He's going to go in, claiming the kill onto Wolfie as the fight continues in between the Nocturnal Dragons towers. Tristana, she's going to claim tower number 1. Quetzalcoatl, he's going to be a little low. The Whippy is unstoppable, but Quetzalcoatl does claim a kill onto the support. It is a 2 for 3 as a Monster Mash coming out in front of that fight.
And we said a lot of bad things with this Ezreal pick, but the only reason that they pick off kills in these bad fights is Ezreal landing something as somebody's walking away. Usually Sume goes a little bit too deep and gets hit up while he's walking away. But definitely a catastrophe for Nocturnal Dragons. Monster Mash gets 3 kills, they get 2 turrets, they get to walk away. All of this, and now that is 22 minutes. They have a fed ADC, 3 dedicated tanks, a bunch of engaged in CC. They should definitely stock up on control wards and walk towards this Baron. They already have a little bit of vision, but Psycho Ghost and Wolfie moving in to clear it out, while Snow Too Funky's on the bot side and the rest of the group is resetting. So good on them to make them have to reestablish vision control, but that is where Monster Mash should be going now that they have this advantage.
40 kills here in 22 minutes. Of course, you do see the vision game becoming more and more important as these two teams start to place a lot of wards around the Baron. You see it was cleared out by Nocturnal Dragons just a second ago, and now it's going to be re-cleared by Monster Mash. They're going to pop a fat control ward right in front of the Baron. And so, of course, you do see with all their vision, all their advantages, Monster Mash is able to waltz right into the jungle of Nocturnal Dragons and really just say, if you want us, come get us. Taking a look at the individual gold here, you do see, for the most part, every member of Monster Mash, they do have an advantage over their counterpart. You do have a close, it is pretty close everywhere except for maybe 80 carry, just a few hundred gold in each position, but that does add up to the tune of a 4k gold differential for Monster Mash over Nocturnal Dragons. It does look like they are going to take a look towards Baron. You see Grand Paradox, he's pinging that smite. It's going to be 11 seconds till he has it up, so don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. Actually, I say that, but Quetzalcoatl, he is in the area. He could go for the drive-by if he wants it. We've seen it so often. Is he going to do it? He's standing in the area. No, it looks like they're going to go for the team fight. Here comes Jared the Bear. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. To the Tristana, Whippy is going to be low, and that is a lot of your damage. But what can he do? It's going to be shut down. It's a 2-0 for Nocturnal Dragons. But there's the first kill of the fight for Monster Mash. They're going to take down Jared the Bear. You do see Goodspeed. He's going to be trying to keep Panzor the Great off of him. Does land a little bit of damage as Snow Too Funky takes care of Quetzalcoatl off the screen. This has turned into a 2v2. Actually, as Psycho Ghost does claim to kill on a Grand Paradox, Aatrox does kill Nautilus. Goodspeed continuing to be on the run. You stop the Baron, but you do lose 4 members in the process. It's another 3 for 4 as Monster Mash, at least numbers-wise, they do win that fight. And actually, looks like they're going to turn their attention to the next dragon.
That was so close to a very good fight for Nocturnal Dragons. Jared the Bear nearly one-shot Whippy, escaped by flashing and healing. Barely escaped with his life. And then there just wasn't enough focus on Snow Too Funky, not enough CC put down, not enough damage put down. A little taunting from him as they pick up the Infernal Drake. So now that Aatrox is a 11, 4, and 5, he's backing with 2k gold, already on 2 items for spending. Definitely a champion to watch out in these more chaotic, not a front-to-back kind of fight. And the only source of healing reduction on the side of Nocturnal Dragons is Quetzalcoatl's Thornmail. So a lack of Grievous Wounds, and that's something that can definitely be played around, right? If Snow Too Funky never auto-attacks Quetzalcoatl, it doesn't matter that he bought the Thornmail. He's not going to get hit with the Grievous Wounds. So his healing is pretty massive in these fights. Looking at stacking a bunch of armor right now just to get tankier and tankier in these harder to deal with in fights. As Monster Mash goes back to establishing that Baron vision control, sending Jared the Bear bot line because he has TP, and trying to force. They're definitely still in the lead, so attempting to reinforce their Baron control.
So 26 minutes here. You see the Baron still up, still pretty much vision control in the hands of Monster Mash. Not much longer though, as you have roaming members of Nocturnal Dragons taking care of the Scuttle Crab. Will take control of that control ward here in just a second. But something to note, Monster Mash, they're hanging out in the area. We could have a fight coming up next. Grand Paradox, he's actually being caught out. Quetzalcoatl, he's going to have to jump in. That's going to be the Rammus flashing away. Here comes the rest of the members of Monster Mash to start the fight over near the Baron pit. So Tamungi, he's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. There is the Nautilus ult. It's going to be the Whippy picking up the first kill, but Goodspeed does pick up the kill. Actually, make that, well, Jared the Bear picks up the kill on the Whippy. A lot of damage as it's a double kill for Goodspeed. That's a 3-for-1. Nocturnal Dragons, they win the fight. And I believe, no, they're not going to start.
They can't,
they're just going to say, you know what, we won the fight. That's like the first fight we've won in a few. Let's just go ahead and back, reset, and maybe do it again next time.
Yeah, a good 3-for-1. Goodspeed used his E into the Baron pit, so that's why he got so low in that fight. or sorry, got knocked into the Baron pit by the Whippy's ultimate. He got so low in the fight, so they can't take the Baron at the end of it, but a 3-for-1 is great for their position. They're closing up that gold lead a little bit, trying to get more money on their carries, get Jared the Bear to the point where he can one-shot, get Psycho Ghost to a point where he can survive in these fights, and anything on Goodspeed right now, since he's kind of on a midway build with his items, see what he wants to do with that Hextech Revolver, probably going to a Hextech Gunblade very soon.
Yeah, so Goodspeed, he is continuing to get stronger, a little bit more focused on the AP side of things with that Lichbane and that Luden's Echo, but does still have the AD or tier item, so gonna do a little bit of damage with the auto attacks. Mostly when playing Ezreal, you want to obviously do some damage with your abilities, and so that build really more focused on doing so, especially with your ultimate. We've seen a lot of good Ezreal ultimates kind of helping yourself win these fights, especially at the beginning of the last one, because you were able to pick up that 3-for-1. But either way, Baron is going to be hit by Goodspeed. He's going to put a little bit of damage down.
There's a lot of damage.
Paradox as he walks away. Yeah, taking him down to about 60% health or so. So,
Ramus, without his W, has 62 MR, so I think it's a very intelligent choice by Goodspeed. Oh, it doesn't matter, he's got Warmogs. But, very intelligent choice by Goodspeed to shift to the hybrid Ezreal in an attempt to cover for their lack of AP damage on the side of Dragon. So, props to him on making that choice. Ooh, Jared the Bear has Executioner's Calling, so they have more Grievous wins.
Yeah, that's going to help, especially with the Maokai and with the Aatrox, and especially on the Tristana. Tristana does have a Bloodthirster, so she will be able to heal up any damage if Jared the Bear is not able to get onto her. But of course, Jared the Bear, we've seen so far throughout the course of this game, he is pretty good at getting into that back line. It's almost like that's his favorite champion or something, and we've seen a lot of bans against Nocturnal Dragons on it because of that. Yeah, Jared the Bear, of course, millions of points on Wukong. I don't think we talked about it a whole lot. It's kind of one of the big storylines of this game. He finally gets it in a big, big game with the season on the line. And so far has looked very, very good on it. I mean,
yeah, he's put in a lot of work. The Whippy has done a good job at trying to mitigate how much.
Looks like we got ourselves our engage. There comes Grand Paradox. He's not going to be able to find the talk on the Goodspeed. No, actually, no. Check that. He does find it. He's going to be the first one to go down. Snow Funky does pick up the kill. There's the rest of the damage. You do see the Whippy. He's going to be taken low, but he does manage to pick up one more kill onto Wolfie. Quetzalcoatl does claim the kill onto the Tristana. Psycho Ghost, he does kill the Leona. He is on the backside. It's going to be a double kill for Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl going on the offensive, but I don't think he's going to be able to find anything more. He will eventually have the passive off, as Wukong and Pantheon are still alive. They're going to go ahead and back off. It's a 3-for-3. These two teams just trading blows. 30 minutes, 57 kills. And this game showing no signs of ending soon, as this is a suiting game 3 for a very close series.
Yeah, the story of that last fight. Okay, more fighting.
Well, looks like he got ourselves a 2v2. You know what? 3-for-3 just isn't enough. Somebody has to die, as it is going to be Aatrox claiming the kill onto Wukong. And now Psycho Ghost, he's going to go down. Goodspeed, he's going to TP in. I don't know about this one. He's going to have to be on the run from two very big individuals. He does have the Blast Plan available, trying to put a little bit of damage down. Now does have the Nautilus coming up. The hook is going to land onto Aatrox. Goodspeed going to put a little bit of damage there. Does not have the ultimate just up, but is going to land a few more Qs. Panzor the Great, he's going to try to flash away, but now here comes Sume. Panzor the Great, he's going to go back in. He's unstoppable. Please, somebody just end this fight. As Loki is going to use the Blast Plant over the wall. The Whippy now going to be the one on the chase. The bomb is going to be planted onto the Nautilus. She's going to pick up the kill. They're going to turn their attention to the Dragon. 61 kills now in 31 minutes.
That was pretty good for Nocturnal Dragons.
Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't. They went back in that 2v2 that there's no way they win that, and then they just kept falling into it. Goodspeed TP'd in, Wolfie came in, and by that point the site of Monster Mash has already respawned and we're back on the map. So now they get a second Infernal Drake, and then they'll take the Baron. They might not even have to reset after that. They could just run it up mid and try to get an inhibitor straight up.
Yeah, no response, though, from Quetzalcoatl. He was in the area, but he is going to elect to take Krugs instead of maybe trying to steal that Baron. So it will go down into the hands of Monster Mash. Now a 5K gold lead for Monster Mash. They've been in the lead for quite some time now.
But now it's on them to close the game out, since it's been such a chaotic game. these fights usually end up in just a couple members barely surviving. So now it's on them to take this game, take their strong members, and end it very soon. 3-item Tristana building towards that GA. 2 damage items on the Aatrox, but aside from that, he's very tanky. He's got a lot of defenses on his side. And then the 3 super tanks on the other members of Monster Mash. If they can beat the Whippy, if they kill with Sume caught out.
Sume gonna be caught out. She's gonna take quite a bit of damage. Goodspeed is gonna claim the kill, but here comes the Aatrox right into the middle of it. Goodspeed, he's not gonna stay alive for much longer. Snow Too Funky on a rampage. Here comes Panzer the Great. He's gonna be on the backside of the fight. He is dominating. It looks like this is gonna be a clean sweep for the rest of Monster Mash. They are gonna pick up the double kill for Aatrox. The double kill for Maokai. Panzer the Great, he is still on the prowl. It's gonna be long death timers, and dare I say it, this is going to be the end of the game. They are pushing it down. It looks like in 33 minutes and almost 66 kills later. As well, make that maybe 67. It looks like Psychoghost, he's just going to try to salvage anything. He will die for it. It's going to be Monster Mash. They will move on to the semi-finals. In 33 and a half minutes, they take down Nocturnal Dragons 2-1.
Yep, trading your Ezreal for the Leona is probably not the greatest strategic decision, and the enemy side of Monster Mash just piled in on that Clover's fight. Take it all the way to the end. Gonna go 2-1 in our series. Gonna go face either Mediocre Best or SPK Reapers, depending on how RAR and Lionheart Esports play tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, the situation is, we'll go over that in just a second. Let's go ahead and talk about the game, and then we'll kind of talk about what the situation is moving forward here. So we take a look at the damage charts. We take a look at everything, and for the final time in this series, not Goodspeed, but he's casted for me before. You guys have similar names. Jinja Ninja. Who do you think's your MVP here for Game 3, and then an MVP for the series?
I don't want to say an MVP for Game 3 because I think it was a lot of team effort, or at least for the side of Monster Mash. It was definitely. Because it was so much a team effort for him. Every member put in a lot of work to finish the game. Grand Paradox was in a lot of the kill. Sume was in a lot of the engages. Whippy took a lot of aggro and worked very hard to try to keep himself alive. And then Snow Too Funky, if he was ignored, he took over the entire team fight. So I think it was a good group effort from the side of Monster Mash. So I don't want to give him an MVP because it doesn't give a good amount of respect to the rest of the team for what they did.
All right, well then, did you just say who your MVP was for series? Sorry, I was looking away.
No, I said that no MVP.
Oh, well, no. For the series, you have to pick somebody.
Series? Oh, God.
Yes. It's almost like you just spent your time watching 3 games, now pick somebody.
I don't know. Nobody, not to like harp on anybody, I don't think anybody was consistently good enough through all 3 games to be MVP.
All right, whatever.
Maybe Sume. Honestly, maybe Sume. In the Jaina game, put a lot of pressure in the bot lane, and then in this game, in the Jaina game, to harp on it a little more, was a lot of the reason why the Whippy stayed alive, which was a lot of the damage for the team, and then in this game was 29 kill participation in a lot of these fights and a lot of the engages, taking a lot of aggro too, knowing her role as the tank support.
All right, so there you go. Finally coax it out of you. But with that, we'll go ahead and close the book here on our first quarterfinal series. Monster Mash, they will advance to either take on SPK Reapers or Mediocre at Best tomorrow, or next week. But we do have one more quarterfinal series tomorrow. We do have RAR taking on Lionheart Esports, and of course, depending on who wins that series, if the higher seed will take on Mediocre at Best. The lowest seed will move on to face SPK Reapers. So, if Lionheart wins tomorrow, they will guaranteed be facing SPK Reapers. But if RAR wins tomorrow, they will be guaranteed to face Mediocre at Best. And with Monster Mash and Monster Mash at this point, they will be waiting tomorrow to see who they need to plan for next week. But we'll go ahead and close out for tonight. For my partner, Jinja Ninja, I am LaRue. Hope you enjoyed watching this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. Once again, Monster Mash, they pick up the 2-1 series victory over Nocturnal Dragons. Hope to catch you tomorrow. RAR and Lionheart Esports here in the Commonwealth League. Good night, everybody.